Have you ever been wondering if I should say, ich gehe zu meiner Freundin, ich gehe nach meiner Freundin, or even ich gehe bei meiner Freundin? If you're learning German, you've probably been confused by prepositions like bei, nach, zu, and in, especially when talking about where you're going or where you are. And this video will make it super clear. When to use dative, when to use accusative, and how to choose the right preposition based on movement or location. Hello everyone and welcome to Sprachify, where we make learning German easy peasy. My name is Francesca and I'm a native German speaker and I've been teaching German for over 7 years. And by the way, if you are just getting started with learning German, make sure to check out my course on Udemy. You will find the link in the description. And now, let's clear up the confusion once and for all. Let's go. First things first. In German, we make a clear distinction if there is a movement or a location. Movement means you are going somewhere. This means you will be using the accusative. Location means you are being somewhere. This means you will be using the dative case. Let's see some examples. Ich gehe in die Schule. Ich bin in der Schule. Ich gehe in die Schule is a movement, so I use accusative. But if I say ich bin in der Schule, it's a location, so I will be using dative. By the way, if you're not sure which article to use or you keep forgetting them, don't worry. I have you covered. I've made a full video about that. The link is, as usual, in the description, so make sure to check it out. Here is a big but. Some prepositions always require dative, no matter what, even if it's movement. These prepositions are bei, zu, and nach. Let's break them down. Let's start with bei. Bei means you are at someone's place, or with someone, or at a company. And it always answers to the question wo. And it always uses the dative case, right? Let's see some examples. Ich bin bei meiner Freundin. Arbeitet bei Siemens. Wir sind bei meinen Großeltern. Short recap, bei always requires the dative case and it's never used with movement, just with location. Let's move on to zu. Zu is used when you are going to a person, to a business, or to a specific destination, but also for nouns that come from verbs. It answers to the question wohin, but it still uses the dative case even if we are talking about motion. For example, ich gehe zu meiner Freundin. Or ich gehe zum Arzt. Or another one, sie geht zur Schule. And nouns that come from verbs, for example, wir gehen zum Essen, ich gehe zum Einkaufen. Quick tip, if you see zu and the article dem, then you can, or better said, you should write zum. And the same if you have zu and the article der, then you should write zur. Now let's compare zu and bei. Zu means you are going to someone and bei means you are at someone's place. For example, ich gehe zu meiner Mutter and ich bin bei meiner Mutter. Both require dative, but one is motion and the other one is location. Let's talk about nach now. Nach is used when you are going to cities, to countries, but without articles, when you are going home, but also with directions. It always answers to the question wohin, and it always uses dative. For example, Ich fahre nach Berlin. Wir fliegen nach Spanien. Ich gehe nach Hause. Ich gehe nach links, nach rechts. Ich gehe nach oben, nach unten. Keep in mind, use nach only with cities and countries that don't have an article. Usually countries are neuter, but sometimes we have feminine countries or masculine countries or plural countries. Then we cannot use nach. Let's see what other preposition we could use with the other countries with articles. Here is a very common pair that confuses learners. Nach Hause and zu Hause. Nach Hause means you are going home. So this is movement. And zu Hause means you are at home. So it's location. But we've learned before that nach is going with movement and zu is going also with movement. But here's the exception. If we are talking about going home and being at home, we use these two prepositions, nach Hause and zu Hause. Nach Hause means going home. Zu Hause means being at home. So nach is movement or direction, and zu is a location, but just with Hause. Last but not least, in. Use in when you are going into a place. When you are going into a place, this means it's movement. So we need the accusative case. Use in when you're already inside or at a location. This means you are there, so we use the dative case. And very important, if you are going to cities and countries with article. So you have a feminine country, a masculine country or plural countries, then you will be using in and the accusative case because you are going there. For example, ich gehe in die Arbeit. It's motion, I'm going there, accusative. Ich bin in Madrid. I'm there, so I'm using dative. And ich fahre in die Schweiz. I'm going there, so I'm using the accusative case. And Schweiz has the article die. Let's compare now nach and in. You will be using nach for cities and countries without articles. For example, ich fahre nach Deutschland. Use in if you are already there at a location. For example, ich bin in Deutschland. But you can also use in if you are using it with cities or countries with article. For example, ich fliege in die Türkei. Let's have a dinner party analogy. Imagine you're at someone's place, you're chatting with that person. This is by. Then you'll get a dinner party invitation. And then you are on your way to the dinner party. This is zu. Then you will go towards the city where the dinner party will be. This is nach. And then you're already in the building, sitting at a table at the dinner party. This is in. I hope this analogy helps you to remember the prepositions by, nach, zu, and in. And there you have it. You now understand the difference between by, nach, zu, and in, and when to use the dative and the accusative. Which one of those prepositions do you still struggle with? Let me know in the comments and tell me what topic would you like me to cover next. And if this video helped you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more German learning tips. Thank you for watching and bis zum nächsten Mal bei Sprachify.